Hey everybody! So in this episode of So You Want to Start a Craft Business, I wanted to give you one of my best tips that I found kind of just happened upon, and it really helped change my business. Was getting your shipping in order. So, true story, the last time I went to the post office in Knoxville, I think they made me cry. It was horrible. We'd just moved here, and it was raining all the time, and the girls were littler, and y'all know how it is. You take little kids to a post office, and it's horrible, and they were super unhelpful. And so the whole point with that story is, if I had, for as much as I ship out from selling things, if I had to go to the post office to get all the envelopes and just had to go wait in line and do all of that at the post office, I probably would have shut down business by now, because I just wouldn't have wanted to have done it. So, the best thing to do that I have found is to get it picked up from your house. So this, obviously, if you live somewhere obscure, this might be a problem. But for me anyway, I have a mailman that just comes to the mailbox at our house, and they will pick up, if it's prepaid, they'll pick it up at your house. And I either put it in the mailbox with flag up like a letter, or I'll put it in the mailbox with flag up a little note that's please get the packages on the porch, if it if it's too many and won't fit in the mailbox. And then I just stick them on my porch. And I'm home, so I'm not really worried that anybody's gonna run off with my packages, and we're in a good neighborhood, so. But the way you get them prepaid is, I use PayPal, and I could make a whole other video on why PayPal is great, because I personally feel at least in the fiber world, and I'm assuming if you're in jewelry or soap or candles or whatever, I feel within our industry at least, so many people, if they're either buying from you, will, if you're in a lot of the fiber groups or yarn groups on Facebook, that's how they do business, is people PayPal that way. So it's a good way to, one, get paid, and two, also any of the contract employees I have through Crafty Housewife Yarns. Since we've grown, we actually do have a good many contracted employees. I pay them through PayPal, and so that way it's safe for me, it's safe for them, everybody knows what they're getting. So I also, because of that, all of my outgoing expenses are all in my PayPal account, and so it makes it easier for bookkeeping and taxes, as well as a lot of people pay me through PayPal, because if you bought anything off of our site, on the checkout section, you can either check out with a credit card or you can check out with PayPal. And a lot of people like PayPal because they maybe are skeptical. They don't want to put their credit card information out there, and they trust PayPal, and it's saved in there already because everybody uses PayPal with eBay and Etsy and all that. So if you have a PayPal account, that's step one. Is get a PayPal account, even if it's just for your own personal use, and which is fine. And then I will put it in the link below of this video, and I don't know why they make it hard to find this link. I happened upon it in a Etsy forum, which I'm never even in Etsy forums. When I was Googling, after I cried in the post office, desperately Googling how to, pay for shipping on, at home and have it picked up. And I found that you have to type it in. there's no button on PayPal that I have found, so I don't know why they make it hard to do. But it's paypal.com/ and it's ship label -create. And like I said, I'll stick it in the comments here, and just honestly, I copied that out of the little forum where I found it, and I saved it in the notes section on my smartphone, or just write it down and stick it on a bulletin board, whatever you want to do, but save that address, because like I said, there's no button that I've seen on PayPal to get to that. So you have to have a PayPal account, log into your PayPal account, and then in the URL bar, type that in. So it's paypal.com/ and like I said, it'll be down below. So type it in and then hit enter, and it will open magically to this page where you can type in, and I use this to send my mom a Christmas present. I use this for any and all shipping, and it's wonderful. You can put in the address where it's going to. It'll already have your address saved in there, which is nice. From your PayPal account. You put in the address of where you want it to go. I use this for international shipping, for FiberShare. If you're sending to somebody in Canada or Australia or wherever, you can use it for international shipping too. And it's nice because it has a drop down menu. And I would have showed you, but I've got, like I said, obviously my information and customer information on my PayPal account, so I didn't want to like screen share that, which is why I'm just having to tell you. It's pretty easy to figure out those. You put in the address and then there's different drop down options. First class mail is the best, and they do keep increasing the price on it a little bit, but it's still, at least for me, because what I'm sending is like yarn and fiber, it's all generally under £1. Because if it's 16 ounces or less, you can send it first class mail, and that's the best deal. So if you're sending like a necklace or yarn or so, you know, as long as it's light, 16 ounces or less, is very affordable on first class mail, especially in the States, which is how I'm able to offer free shipping, because like I said, just with my particular industry, it's pretty light. So, you know, if you're sending like lotions or something heavy in bottles, then the flat rate envelopes might be better. You can choose first class media mail if you're sending like books or papers. You can hit priority and then you can select the different flat rate options. So if a lot of people I know use the flat rate envelopes, I use those a lot with our wholesale accounts, people that are buying in bulk. I can really get a lot of yarn in there, and so that saves them money. So I use that, or you can just do like the big parcel select if you're sending, you know, something bigger and heavier. But it lets you see the different like cost before you pay for it. So you can put in like your weight. Sometimes it's just weight, sometimes it's weight and dimensions, or if it's a flat rate, you just choose the flat rate envelope or box or whatever. But it lets you see like, hey, for this, like what's the best deal gonna be? And you really should do that. Like I said, for your industry, figure out like what you're selling, what you're shipping, and generally, I mean, you should be able to tell most people off the top of your head what your shipping costs are for weight and what your stuff weighs. Because if you're doing product lines, which we recommend, if you're doing like product lines where you're sending the same products pretty much out all the time, or at least similar products that weigh the same amount, like most of my yarns are 4-ounce skeins, so easy math, you should be able to go through the different options and see which one is going to be the best option for what you're shipping. And then that simplifies it. So I highly recommend doing that. And another trick is, if you don't, I have these sent to me and to my mom, you can go to USPS.com, the post office website, and you can sign up, especially if you're doing the flat rate shipping envelopes, they will send them to you, to your house for free. Because like I said, I don't want to I like everything to come to me. So, you know, if flat rate envelopes or the little flat rate boxes, you know, whatever your best shipping option is, figure it out. And then if it is one of the flat rate ones, go to the USPS.com and you can go, I think it's in the shop section, even though you're not paying for it. And you do have to create an account, but like big deal. And, you know, it's like your name and address, whatever. And you can select those free flat rate envelopes or boxes, and then the postman just brings it to you for free. It's great. And it doesn't seem like it takes that long. Like, I feel like less than a week they show up at your house. So you can keep yourself in stock with those, and then use PayPal to print off the shipping labels, and that way they're prepaid, and you know, you can just tape it on the front, give it to your mailman, or put it on the front step, and, you know, like I said, alert him. Obviously, you know, be smart if in your neighborhood mailbox situation or whatever. But that way that can get picked up and delivered. And that really will, you don't want to be guessing on your shipping, I guess, is, you know, you don't want to go to the post office and just hand it to somebody and be like, whatever. Like, be smart. Really weigh your stuff. You know, especially if you're sending something heavy like ceramics or coffee mugs, the flat rate stuff's probably your best bet. So, I mean, you really, especially if you've got like small but heavy things, like you probably really need to figure out the best box, the best packaging, the best dimensions, and then go through the PayPal ship option, do all the different drop-down options, and obviously don't lie. Like, you know, be legit on what you're putting in there, but find out what the best option is. Like I said, for me, it's first class mail, unless I'm mailing a bulk order, and then it's either parcel or flat rate. But you should know what your different options are. And then you can get if it's stuff, it might be something you can even get free from the post office. And that's where you've heard me talk about how I like to use the lightweight shipping envelopes that, I reuse them from Target. The reason I love those is because they're really strong and they're obviously waterproof and everything, but they're also super lightweight. I mean, that's why all the places like Amazon and Target and everybody uses those, is because they're strong, durable, they're lightweight, and like I said, for me, really, if I'm really trying to keep it under that 16-ounce mark, that definitely helps with that, to not have a lot of extra weight on there. I think that's enough rambling for me about the about shipping, but definitely PayPal ship label. Like, I don't know why they make it so hard to figure it out, but I will post that below. And related, if it's something that you're shipping in PayPal that they didn't pay you through PayPal, you have to put in the address and then it pops it up. Like I said, I'll post that below. But if you have a PayPal account and they paid you through PayPal, then it's easier because it's just in the activity section. You click on, if you click activity and then you see like Susie Q bought yarn, over to the side, it'll have a ship print label button. And there is a button if they pay you through PayPal, and then you click it and it takes you to the same page. But if they didn't pay you through PayPal, but like they paid you with a credit card or cash, or you're sending it to your mom, whatever, you have to type in the address and then it'll pop up that same page and you just stick it in. So that's what's up. And I know that definitely, I was so lucky I randomly found that. And I've told so many people in small businesses that, and they're always really happy. So happy shipping. Happy not going to the post office.